All right, so welcome to season 5, episode 12, Indian Girl, which it is a painting not done by Bob himself. Another guest painting episode. I closed the tab, so I high key don't remember the person's name who did the original painting, but I can get that later. Honestly, I think before I saw this painting, I don't think I actually knew of this painting's existence. I don't believe I recognized it at all. You know, what if we just Mario brush and like frick it, right? Haha, then what? Oh, and that. Yeah, this might be the only like actual portrait in the entire Bob Ross show. So I hope you're paying attention. Hope you're paying attention to it. But I don't know if Bob himself ever did a portrait. Because there's one painting where there's like a cowboy chilling against like a tree. But other than that, I don't know of any other ones that Bob did himself. You're paying attention? Damn. Go back to the Wheezes at Blue Bob. Shoutouts to Blue Bob. It's always a shoutouts to Blue Bob. Wait, hey Prak. Good morning. Good morning. How's it going? This is an interesting painting. It is not by Bob, which I just finished explaining. It is not by Bob. It is a guest painting episode. What the fuck? Okay, my mouse just like stopped working for a sec. A good old guest painting episode. Yeah, not something that you would typically see. And I was saying, I don't know if there are any other portraits like this on the Bob show. That I am not certain of. I want to say I don't think there are, because I never knew of this one's existence until I saw that this was an upcoming painting. The movement on the mouse is acting weird today. Maybe I need to clean the track ball, or like to clean the ball portion out, maybe. Let's get that cleansed maybe at some point. How's twerk today, Prank? Just getting by? Hell yeah. That's what we're talking about. It's actually nice out today. I should have forced myself to go for a walk before I started stream, because it's like 19 Celsius after being basically freezing temperatures for the last like 2 weeks. I should have went for a walk first. That's my mistake. I hope it's nice for everybody else. Because it's about damn time we got some spring temps going, you know? It's about time. It's been way overdue. Mouse, blubbers. Okay, I'm high key. Do I do this now? Yeah, it'll take me like 30 seconds to do. We're gonna do quick, how do I do this again? Okay. We're gonna quickly clean out the mouse because it's being weird right now. Well, there's not even like much to clean off. There's like a bit of dust like on like the ball itself. Quick heart surgery. Quick heart surgery. There was like a singular hair in there. Maybe that was causing problems. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hole in one, baby. And then we gotta wait. It's there we go. Okay, we're back. Okay, hopefully that works a little bit better. That should be a little nicer. Yeah, there was a singular hair kind of like stuck to the ball, so maybe that caused like some like problems with it. This background is really just like a bunch of like brush strokes, so I'm trying to like I guess like get like some kind of effect similar to that going by using just a lot of like the default like small pixel brush. How's everyone's weekend? Anything fun happen? For those who saw, I was at a Brawl tournament on Saturday. Which, like, of all things I could possibly have been doing, being at a Brawl tourney was probably not going to be anything that I would have guessed that I would have been doing. But it was fun. It was a good time. I had a fun time there. It was basically a for fun tourney that Vince hosted. Vince and a few other friends hosted. It wasn't like turbo serious. Okay, so far the mouse is functioning a lot better since I cleaned it out. So maybe that singular hair was causing problems. Also, quick lip balm. Just to this peppermint Burt's Bees that I have. This shit goes really hard. This peppermint Burt's Bees. Saturday was your friend's SpongeBob themed birthday party, and last night, same group and yourself drove to the beach. The full moon illuminated everything. Oh, that's where you got that picture of the full moon. I see. I saw that. Wait, did you post a picture of like what did you dress up as anybody for the SpongeBob birthday party? Or was it not like a costume party? Hopefully Goku didn't look at the full moon while you were there. That could have been problematic potentially, or not. Everyone dressed up. You didn't post a picture to Discord though. Sneeze? Or not. Maybe not. I'm getting baited by the sneeze. I guess we're good. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, I never saw a picture. No one dressed up as Squidward, Plankton, or Gary. This is unfortunate if you're a Squidward, Plankton, or Gary fan. Like, actually the worst timeline for them. Did you guys like do like was there certain SpongeBob activities question mark? Or was it just like show up as a SpongeBob character and that's like the theme? The food was Bikini Bottom themed? Ooh. You're expecting duplicates of the main cast? Yeah, like 5 SpongeBobs and be like a bunch of Patricks. I feel like, well, because if you want to be Patrick, you could just get away with having the star flowery shorts, and like you could be like, "Yep, I'm Patrick." But SpongeBob, you could also just like get like a dress shirt, a red tie, and some brown pants, and be like, "I'm SpongeBob." God, what was that video that Armo showed us at fucking BGDQ where it was? I forget what it even was about, but it just had that like random part where it was like the equivalent in a like a rhythm game, like when like a character like has like a voice line because you're doing well, and it was just SpongeBob going like, "Hi, I'm SpongeBob," like just out of nowhere that just played. I forget what that video was like about. Like it had nothing to do with SpongeBob. Oh, there's Arma. I need to listen to it while I'm here. Yeah. Oh, it's just I'm SpongeBob. Not hi, I'm SpongeBob. So, hello Arma, enjoy work I think, question mark? I think we're work right now. Right, Brack? Oh, butter. It's 3 p.m. Ugh. Okay, do we start the actual like main piece? It's been 12 minutes. I've just been talking and doing this background effect. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. This is gonna be really tricky, I think, like just to get it right. But maybe I'll just slayage. Yeah, we'll start with the dark gray. I'm doing an actual face, and not just a happy tree. Okay. I'm SpongeBob. That's all I have to think about. Just I'm SpongeBob. So how many times did you say that at the party, G? Just I'm SpongeBob. Working, yes, 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 working. Oh, good morning, Yoshi. How's it going? Hopefully I don't run out of space. But honestly, if the feather gets cut off a bit at the top, I think I don't really care that much. Like, I think that'll be okay. Oh, Cloud with the first good morning. Good morning, Cloud. Oh, good morning, Arma. Yeah, the tones for the skin are like super warm. The person who did this, they made them extremely warm. Chilling with Gia? Oh yeah. Feels good. Good vibes. Your friend went as Kevin the Cucumber, so you quote SpongeBob saying, "Hi, Kevin." Damn, that goes hard, honestly. Cloud, I still have your food up on my other monitor. That shit looks bussin'. I hope it's actually bussin', and not bussin'. Damn, the high cloud command. I haven't seen that one in a while. Do I use this for the for like shadows, or do I use red? Maybe a bit of both. Maybe. I think this is like a little bit more neutral feeling. KGDQ. I think only Anna was the one person who got sick, and it was like 4 days after. So it's like I don't know if she even got sick from like the event. That's hard to say if it was even from the event at that point. It was like, yeah, like a bunch of days after the fact. So I don't know, tough to say. I would say she probably got sick from something else, but it's also hard to actually pinpoint what she possibly could have gotten sick from. This whole painting relies on me not fucking up the eyes. If I can get the eyes correct, then I'm kind of in there. I want this one first. Especially because it's like I have like such little space to work with. You know how it be in Mario Paint. You know how it is. We've been through this together many times. Okay, I think it's actually we're actually getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere with this one right now. Okay. Yo, Raven. How are you today? How's it going? Yeah, so I don't know if I should still say M or not, or if we go by just Raven now. I'm not too certain. But good morning. Good morning. Okay. That's a sip of water for sure. Pretty good sip of water. That was some. That was some good water I just had. Just gotta put that on the table. Just gotta make sure everyone's aware of that. That was some good water. Well, if it helps, I'm aiming to finally play Hollow Knight by the end of the year, at least. Hopefully before that. This is where, because I know people are on my ass about that, but I'm so bad at starting casual games. So I'm like, okay, by the end of the year, before the end of the year even. I'm just busy doing nothing. Otherwise, I'm so busy just not playing casual games half the time. 'Cause you wanna know what I did yesterday? I did like nothing the entirety of yesterday. Okay, that's not true. That's not true at all, actually. I was drawing. I was actually just doing some drawing stuff yesterday. But like other than that, I literally drew, sat there and did nothing, and then drew. I didn't do anything in between. I didn't do nothing else. Okay, this is looking some kind of way right now, but we're just gonna just trust the process. Trust the process. This is definitely going some kind of way right now. Which apparently... Well, I didn't actually see any. Maybe they got deleted, but when I was on the YouTube video for this, like getting like the screenshot, like there were like so many comments being like, I don't know why there's so many mean comments. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't see any of those, so maybe they're like super old comments or they got deleted or something. I don't know. I'm like, fuck those people. Get those people out of here. Maybe we like use a little bit of like... With me? With me? A little bit of airbrush? A little bit of airbrush? It'll be weird. It'll be weird. Send tweet. Yeah, maybe if I get the eyebrows, then maybe that'll help. Prepping for Silk Song speedruns. Silk Song actually coming out. Feels good. Feels good. Silk Song is real. 2025? Question mark. 2025. So I said that like D at AGDQ. What are your thoughts on AGDQ 2002? OD. OD, whatever. Well, I hope the laundry was good, Prac. See, the thing is with me casualing games, because y'all know I want to do Sly 3. Whenever I start it, I guarantee I'll finish it within like 2 weeks. Because I'm pretty sure it's not a very long game. Okay, oh god. Oh, we gotta fix that. I ruined it. I ruined it. Go back, go back. It got all fucked up. Okay, saved, question mark? Oh god. I went too ham. Went too ham. And I'm trying my best for this one. Interestingly enough, like the actual, like the original painting for this, they started with like a pencil sketch on the canvas. Maybe I should have started with a pencil sketch on the canvas. Fucking draw with pencil on the TV. None of us run Pape anymore. Negative. Justin is probably like the closest we have with TTYD. I guess JCog does paper randos sometimes. Yeah. I have a sub goal to do a Paper Mario rando. Hope this helps. Yeah, otherwise, yeah. None of us really do Paper Mario anymore. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. And I, at least personally, don't see myself going back to it, like, for the foreseeable future. I don't see that happening. I'd be very surprised, like, if I ever end up doing this paper rando, if that goal ever gets it. If I'm like, damn, I'm gonna do runs again. I'd be surprised if that happens. Okay, I'm super not gonna have enough space for this feather. It's definitely gonna super get cut off. That's okay though. I don't really care. As long as this face doesn't look horrible at the end, that's all I care about. Like, if I can get this face look okay, I'm big chillin'. I don't know if I've ever, like, I am gamer leaning for this painting. I am trying. I'm like, I gotta lock in for this one. This is the worst news. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can relate. I think about sometimes about watching you do Pokemon X, I think it was, like a long ass time ago. That looked real. I remember watching that and I was like, oh my god, this looks awful with the RNG. Kind of similar with Pape. They just rerouted XY like last month. It's better. So you're saying it's not something anymore like getting a good, what the fuck is the starter? I just remember it was something with your starter, whoever the fuck it is, whoever you picked. And then you had to get like a good Bunnelby, and then a good like Hawlucha, and then get a good Lucario, I think. I just remember it was a bunch of like low percent chance into low percent chance into low percent chance, and I was like, damn, this looks very fun. I'm like one bad mental health week away from Hawlucha resets. For what it's worth, we like Hawlucha around these parts, just as a Pokemon. I appreciate Hawlucha. That's a goated design. I know if Owl's here, they'd agree. Also, now that I've like taken a step back to actually look at this painting, I'm like, okay, it's actually kind of coming together a little bit. It's actually, we're kind of getting there. It's turning out. Oh, but just ran off the mouse pad. Yeah, instead, I'm doing Majora's Mask. And being hurt by that game, because that game is hard as fuck. That game is so difficult. In a speedrun context. It is so difficult. I don't know, for me personally, when I feel like I got to a point with like Paper Mario where I was like, this game doesn't even feel like that difficult anymore. It's just like RNG hell. I feel like for me, at least right now, I feel like MM is way more difficult. Oh, that's the wrong color. I picked the wrong one. They're right next to each other. It's too much. RPG speedruns are like that? Yeah. I guess I've never ran any other RPG, but I would assume like it's probably pretty common for it to be like the actual like skill ceiling doesn't get as high necessarily, but it's like so much more of a grind that you have to deal with. But I know it's crazy because I have like, I forget what my Pape glitchless PB is. It's like a 346, I think. And I'm pretty sure now the record for glitchless is like it's like a 339 or something. I'm like, how the fuck did they save like 7 minutes? Like, where did they save 7 minutes from? I know like Lopez, I know he's still grinding. At least last I saw, he's still grinding Pape glitchless, keeping the dream alive. TH Allison Recta C runs live, so I guess I don't know what kind of RNG Pape struggles with. The biggest RNG that Paper Mario had to deal with is power bounce being the item or like the badge that lets you just jump on the same enemy over and over, since it like will randomly cap you depending on like what the enemy is. Like it has like different odds of like oh, this boss has a like a 70% chance to like 3 cap you or something like that. Yeah, like it varies depending on like the enemy. And I feel like from my experience, I feel like Paper Mario defies the odds. Just in the sense that like I feel like something's like a 5% chance or something, and it'll happen like so frequently it feels like. I'm like, is this really a 5% chance? Are odds even real? Is probability even a real thing anymore? I don't know. I feel like I got good at Paper Mario really fast when I was running it. I was like, damn. I'm kind of gaming with this game. It kind of sucks with Paper Mario. Like, like so many people, I feel like I've like quit the game because of like RNG. Because like it's It's so fun. Like it's a really fun game. But I feel like the RNG, like it makes it really hard to want to keep grinding it after just getting like screwed over by RNG like for so long. As tragic as it is. Because people love Paper Mario. Like I feel like just like as like a spectator, people love that game. People love Paper Mario. It's a very comfy game. I will still say, for me, that I think Paper Mario has probably one of the best sound designs in any game that I've played. Like the sound design is so good in that game. I think like all the sounds just hit really good. They did an amazing job with that. Like everything just feels so like distinctive and unique. I think across like any game, using out of sight with bow, like the sound effect that plays when you go invisible, that's like one of my favorite sound effects just in any game. It's like such a cool sound. That's a mood and almost feels like the universe cares more about what's funny than what's good. For real though. Like what's that? You're on a good pace? Damn, imagine we gave you a 2% chance to kill your run. Paper Mario, OOT, and Banjo are comfort games. I can see that. Shouts to Banjo. I don't see Banjo in my feed ever these days. I need to someday play 2E. It's just the problem is that I've always heard that 2E runs like total garbage on N64 hardware. So that kind of makes that a little like a little blubbers. Cause it's like I would want to play on N64, but it's like maybe I could just emulate it if it's like that bad. And, like I've heard people say it's apparently that bad on console. It's awful. It also emulates terribly. I think you need a specific emulator to do it. Yeah, I haven't like literally looked much into emulators these days, or like in recent times. But I know emulators as a whole, they've like gone like a lot better. Compared to I guess like olden times with emulators. Like I remember with like a Mario 64 emulation, like a long time ago, it used to always be that like the HUD would always look terrible. There'd be like just these like terrible like outlines around all the HUD elements, but now it's like very crispy looking from like when I see emulation for that game these days. I'm like, damn, they really improved. They really improved this. Jesus. You're in an article the other day that Toys for Bob, who did Spyro and Crash, are considering BK. But Toys for Bob. I don't know if I've heard of that. Toys for Bob. Oh, like, did they do, like, the remakes for Spyro and Crash? Which I was literally just talking about last night, how I have owned the Spyro remakes in Steam for years, and I've never played them. The full trilogy remakes for both? Okay. The thing with the Spyro remakes, like, I've heard people say this, is that supposedly for the Spyro remakes at least, I don't know about the Crash ones, is that if you've played the PS1 versions of Spyro, like, most people apparently agree that the movement isn't as good in the remakes. But also, if you've never played the original versions, then you probably wouldn't notice a difference, or, like, wouldn't notice anything wrong. So I have no idea, like, how accurate that is. If it's, like, more of, like, a speedrunner thing, maybe. Like, I assume it's nothing like SM64 DS, where it's, like, the movement is, like, you know, very whack on SM64 DS, unfortunately. You're a Nintendo kid, but I thought it felt really good to play. Also, the glitches are different, so there's no real crossover in terms of speedrunning. It's like a whole nother game. Honestly, it's probably for the better, so it's not just like, oh, it's the same run, but it's slower or something. Like, I kind of like that. Like how for, like, Wind Waker HD, for example, how it's, like, a different run than original Wind Waker. Makes it definitely a little bit more interesting as a whole, I would say. Someday, I'll have to play those games. At least the Spyro ones, I'll have to give them at least a try. I would probably like the Spyro games. And I remember playing a bit of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex as a kid. I don't remember, like, if it's a good game or not. That's just the only one I remember ever playing. In terms of Crash games. It has this white headband that just blends with the background, so I guess I'm just doing that. Yeah, I'm super running out of space, but we're gonna ignore that fact for a little bit. We're just gonna not worry about it. Just gonna not worry about it. It is what it is, and we're gonna move on. Yeah, we're gonna use this blue. Yeah. Oh, look at that blue. Oh my god. Perfect blue, honestly. Yeah, I know that feel though, being a Nintendo kid. There's like so many games I've never played because it's like, yeah, just grew up with like, Nintendo consoles and that's it. Dude, the whole like entire feather is gonna get cut off. Basically all of the feather is not gonna make it into the painting. Because like I can't really like if I made the face, if I made it smaller, like it would be way too difficult to make it look proper. So sacrifices have to be made. That's just how it is. That's just how it be. But now that that's getting more to like a finished looking piece state, it's like, okay. It's kind of coming together. You know, I'm thinking about like games, like a remake of a game being different for speedrun purposes. One thing that must be nice about that is like there's like no question about like leaderboard stuff because like, at that point if it's just like outright a different run, it's just like, all right, let's just make it a different. At least if for me, if I'm like a speedrun leaderboard mod, like for me, it would definitely be a free like, okay, yep, make that a different game. Entirely like a different category, like a different like game page altogether. Because I assume some remakes probably put like the original and like whatever remake of whatever game on the same speedrun.com page. Like if the run is like basically the same. But it's like if it's like, you know, a different run altogether. No question about it. But I don't know if at this point if I could ever care to vote for like speedrun leaderboard stuff. It's just like I just like whatever, dude. Y'all do whatever. No, Final Fantasy X does that because the run is the same, just faster loads. I think Kingdom Hearts does that potentially, if I remember correctly, because I know like PS3 versus like PS4 versus PS5, like the only difference is versus PC because it's on PC now. The only difference being load times. But it's my understanding it's like the same run otherwise. The necklace also is gonna get cut off mostly. I can maybe make it shorter. And it's interesting how in some ways, like for like this necklace here, for example, like they just like she just got like the brush and definitely just went like boop 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 boop, like that's the necklace. Very interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll just like artistic liberty make it shorter, just so you can like at least see like some of like the pendant or whatever you might call it. Yeah, this is an interesting challenge. Doing like all these Bob Ross paintings in Mario Paint. Some of them have been like a pretty good struggle. Some of them like come pretty easily. So it's interesting how some like I'll go into it thinking like, oh, this will be super easy, and then like others I'm like, oh, this will be really difficult, and then sometimes they turn out like super well. It's like some definitely turn out better than others for sure. Because back in like 2020, I think I did a random like Bob Ross painting in Mario Paint. Like I did this. I did what I've been doing for like the past like year and a bit or whatever. But I remember that one, I just cherry picked an image that I thought would be good, like that would work well for Mario Paint. But like for this, for these Mario Paint Mondays, I started at episode 1 of the Bob Ross show, and I've just been going in chronological order the whole time. I haven't skipped a single one. I haven't skipped any, even if I'm like, oh, that looks very very difficult to recreate. And there's like definitely a decent bit of like improv you have to do sometimes. My neck is stiff. That's like a fucking story of my life, stiff neck. But yeah, sometimes I just have to like really just like think, how can I translate this to Mario Paint? Because like there are just sometimes like with like the palette that Bob will use where it's just like, yeah, I don't have that color. Anytime there's a pink, that always fucks with me because it's like Mario Paint just doesn't have pink, which is kind of crazy. There's just no pink tone. So that's definitely like an area like where it can be a struggle. Hey, your brain wants to liquefy this image. I never used the liquefy tool. I know people always say it's like an extremely powerful tool, but I never use liquefy. I don't know, it just never like really suited me personally. Using liquefy. But I know also like Clip Studio Paint, which is what I use these days, like it didn't have liquefy for a long time and now it does. Use it for sketch phase and for real paintings. I definitely, yeah, I see like the use of it for sure. Like just to be able to really quickly like just adjust something without having to like redraw or repaint it. I get that for sure. I don't use Photoshop at all these days anymore. I have it like on my computer still, but I don't like actively use it ever. I basically just do like everything in Clip Studio. But speaking of that, I hope everybody saw or heard about how Adobe posted something on Blue Sky, like their first post on Blue Sky. It was like something like, I don't know. They were just, I forget like what they even like said exactly, but they basically got like bullied. Like they got extreme bullied and they deleted their post. Everybody just giving them like extreme shit because it's like, oh, meanwhile, all this AI stuff that they do. Actually, let me see. I'm pretty sure I retweeted. Oh yeah, I did retweet one. Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, we're Adobe. We're here to connect with the artists and designers and storytellers who bring ideas to life. What's fueling your creativity right now? Drop a reply, tag a creator, or share your latest work. We love to see what inspires you. And yeah, when the screenshot that I saw, it had 44 likes and 908 quote retweets or reposts, whatever the fuck. Like, that's just an insane ratio. 44 likes to 900 quotes. Like, actually an insane ratio. I don't think I've ever seen a ratio that insane. Yeah, they like deleted the post, Turbo. They got like... Damn, I went to the Adobe Blue Sky page and it's auto muted for me because I have... There's like, in Blue Sky, there's like these like mega block threads you can subscribe to where it's like, oh, like anybody who's like considered like an AI artist or whatever, like, or blah 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 other things, like you can set it up by like subscribing to these things where it'll like auto block these people for you. And it put Adobe underneath that. Muted by the great AI NFT / crypto call. That's funny. The 44 likes for employees, honestly, it wouldn't fully surprise me if a decent bit of them were from employees. It's just insane to me how things like Adobe and like DeviantArt have like just betrayed like who they're for, like, you know, betrayed what they're supposed to be like doing their whole thing for, artists. Actually, just insane. We love to steal what inspires you. Yeah, for real. Probably unironically though. Yeah, it's very cringe. Like how I heard that there's like something with like Adobe now where like they like their CEO or whatever straight up was like, oh, like what is it? It's like some kind of like act that's supposed to, I guess, help enforce like pride and like female workers in the environment and other things of that nature. It was like something like regarding like Adobe, and I think Facebook were like, yeah, we're gonna like not do that anymore. We're gonna not enforce like trying to do good things like that anymore. Like I forget exactly like what it is specifically, but it was like something along those lines, and I'm like, bruh. Which I saw something regarding Facebook earlier today, or Meta, that was saying like, oh, something, if this happens, Mark Zuckerberg might have to sell Instagram, or Meta might have to sell Instagram. Which I have to say, I think Instagram is total fucking garbage. I think that is like the worst social media. I hate Instagram. Maybe Twitter is worse now, but I've always thought Instagram was just hot garbage, high key. I don't even know if my Instagram account still exists or if I deleted it. I honestly don't remember. It's like how with my like a Reddit account, I super like giga don't use Reddit anymore because that website is also just a shitpost. I'll use Reddit for like a go, like if I'm looking up something and I make it to a Reddit thread, like that's when I'll use Reddit. But otherwise, I don't touch Reddit anymore. But just for the better, like I'm glad I don't scroll Reddit anymore. Because I used to spend a lot of time on my phone at night just scrolling Reddit threads. Which there were some good ones I used to come across, but I think for the most part I'm glad I don't do that anymore. Like I don't have the app on my phone these days. I'm not logged in on desktop anymore. Which coincidentally, Twitter and Reddit at some point in time both logged me out, and I was like, this is a sign. This is a sign right here. I like the fact that you can't change your threads info without using Instagram, and it wants my real name from Facebook. Yeah, Threads, when that first came out, I was like, this is already shit. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It's so garbage. Like, the fact that you need an Instagram account to, like, use it is, like, such a shit post. I'm very thankful, like, my dad, like, isn't, like, a normie, like, boomer who uses, like, Facebook and Instagram. I'm glad he doesn't subject himself to that. I remember he had a Facebook like years ago for like a couple months, and he deleted it because he like didn't like it. I forget what. I'm like, honestly, you're better off. But my understanding is that AI stuff is just really bad on Facebook, from what I hear. The annoying thing about Mario Paint, so like this is the thinnest brush I can possibly use. But I can kind of like erase like the edges of it to get an even thinner line. So you can get like a thinner brush. Kind of like that black I just got, like I had to like, you know, put in the black and then go with like this dark brownish red and then like kind of like use that to like erase it kind of. I'm like, I wish I just had that as a brush option, but I don't have it as an option and it super sucks. Because it would make some things just so much easier if I just had it as an option. Okay, should I just call this done? Should I just call this done? I think I should call it done. What do we think, chat? I want to put in a bit of the feather, like indication, but it's like, ugh. Like I do like that. That's the feather right there. That's the best I got. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I'm at the point where it's like I feel like, okay, I think that looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, okay. The kind of like mouth area is pretty rough. But it's just like so tough. It's so tough. It's very difficult. But I'm at the point in this painting where it's like, okay, I'm just doing tiny little like adjustments here and there. So it's like when I realize I'm at that point, it's like, okay, I don't think I need to like continue. So I think we'll call this painting done. So thanks for watching.